Solve the system of nonlinear equations. X squared minus y squared is equal to 3, and then x plus y is equal to negative 1. So notice that one of the equations has squared terms and the second equation doesn't. So what happens in this case is that usually we can use the substitution method in this case. So what I want to do to use a substitution method for the lower equation is I want to subtract an x from both sides of the equation. So the second equation now becomes y is equal to minus x minus 1, and the first equation just stays the same. So now since we have this relation, we can substitute this y is equal to minus x minus 1 into the first equation. So doing that, we get x squared minus y squared, and y is minus x minus 1, so this is going to become minus x minus 1 squared. Always remember that squared term there because it's very easy to forget. And we have that is equal to 3. So now we want to evaluate this minus x minus 1 squared. So we have to FOIL. Minus x minus 1 times minus x minus 1 is equal to x squared plus x plus 1. So that's x squared plus 2x plus 1. So substituting that for minus x minus 1 squared, we get x squared minus, remember this negative sign goes for the whole value, so when we rewrite it, we have to put a parentheses. So we have x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. So now, the next step I want to do is I want to distribute this negative to each of the terms, right? So what that basically does is it just changes the sign of everything. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 1, which is equal to 3. These x squareds, when you add them together, give you 0. And this simplifies to minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 3. So now, solving for x, we're going to add a 1 to both sides. So minus 2x, we're going to add a 1 to both sides. So minus 2x is equal to 4, which means x is equal to 4 over negative 2, or x is just equal to negative 2. So now we have our value for x. But this system of equations is in 2 variables. So what we want to do is plug in x is equal to negative 2 into one of the equations so that we can solve for y. And the easier equation to plug it into is the second one, right? So now we want to plug x is equal to negative 2 into the second equation, which is x plus y is equal to negative 1. Again, you can plug it into the first equation, but this one's a lot easier to work with, right? So doing that, we get minus 2 plus y is equal to minus 1, which means y is equal to, if we add a 2 to both sides, we get minus 1 plus 2, so y is just equal to 1. So now we have our x and our y, and we want to write the solution as the ordered pair x comma y. So the solution for this system of equations is negative 2 comma positive 1.